because to get rid of that bastard, because you know, the only people I used to really hurt in jail, I mean, I used to torment them, and then just look, a few did die, but they were all sex offenders and people that had sex with children, or being bad to kiddies. Or they were trying to kill me. They had knives and they had meat cleavers. They were going to try and kill me, or they'd done something wrong to children, right? They were the only people we really turned our hand against, right, in jail. And I'm not ashamed of anyone we ever attacked in Pentridge, because they're only ever cocksuckers and scum, and they had it fucking coming. They're only ever cocksuckers and scum, and I'm quite proud of everything I ever did to them. I'm not ashamed of anything I ever did in Pentridge, right? And but now I've never been to any of the new jails, so I can't tell you what they're like. But I've got friends in the new jails, and that, what's his name, Matty fucking Johnson's one of them, so I hope he beats that fucking blue against that fucking Carl Williams, because I don't agree with what that Carl Williams did, fucking, and that Benji Benjamin, he was a turd too, so I'm glad he's fucking dead. So, yeah, and I don't like that Mrs. fucking Moran, I don't like any member of the fucking family. I had to put my foot up that Jason Moran's ass in 1987, because he bashed fucking, Carl fucking Williams's fucking, a bloke called Carl Williams, he bashed, no, what's his name, fucking, he bashed someone's fucking wife anyway, to back up and fucking, and stick my foot up Jason Moran's ass, and that's what I did in 1987. And I put a couple of bullets down there his feet, he ran off, hopped into his Porsche and drove away. But fuck him anyway, fuck the whole fucking family. And what else was I going to talk about? Staying alive in Pentridge. Hey, does anyone want to ask me any questions? Anyone ask me questions?
What are you doing now?
What am I doing now? I'm painting pictures now. I paint pictures. So then.
Here's that guy going to you stood up the arse with the 10-inch blade.
Oh, he's still in Pentridge. And there was this bloke. It was the first time I ever come into Pentridge. I was 17 and a half years old, and my mate, man Charlie, was 15 and a half years old. And there was a bloke in Pentridge who was doing 27 years jail, or 36 years jail, for snapping his own brother's neck at the wedding, right? He was a schizophrenic, Hungarian, Croatian bodybuilder, right? You wrap your brain around that. Schizophrenic, Croatian bodybuilder, and he was a big giant. He was 6 foot 4 inches tall, weighed about 19 and a half, 22 stone. He was a fucking giant, right? Could fight like a fresh machine. And he walks up to Mad Charlie, and he says, by the end of the day, there's going to be shit on my dick or blood on my knife. He wants to stick his dick up Charlie's ass, or he's going to punch Charlie's head in. So Charlie walked up to me and told me this. Well, in Pentridge years ago, there was a thing called to leave your mate posted, right? And I didn't believe in it. It means if your friend's in trouble, and you leave him in trouble and don't back him up, you're a fucking dog. And I didn't believe in it, right? So the whole jail was watching what was going on. Now, there's 1,250 men in that jail. They all knew this bloke had put it on Charlie, and they're all watching what I was going to do. Because poor old Charlie, he was only 5 foot 4, and he weighed about 12 and a half stone. He looked like a little thug. He had a broken nose and cauliflower. He had puffy eyes and a broken nose, and sort of like half fucking bald. He looked like a 34-year-old when he was 15 and a half. That's why they put him in fucking jail, because he looked like and sounded like a young Marlon Brando. He used to go, hey Chopper, you know, and this ugly evil voice he had, right? He'd say, hey Chopper, what are you doing, you know? And oh gee, he looked like the Godfather. And
this sounded
anyway,
like a little bit like Blondie.
they were all watching what was going on, so I couldn't beat this bloke in the fight. So I said to the Aboriginal barber, I said, give us a knife. And he gave me a 10-inch butcher's boning knife with a big base on it and a fine point. So how was I going to beat this bloke in a fight? Yeah, he's back to me. I said, where is he, Charlie? Charlie pointed him out. He had a white towel wrapped around him. He was over the sink, cleaning his teeth over the sink, right? And I walked up behind him with this boning knife, and I stabbed him straight up the bum hole with the boning knife, right? And went straight up the anal passage. Now, when someone's had a 10-inch boning knife up their anal passage, he stood up like that. He shit 2 pints of blood straight out the arse. He turns around. He took 3 steps, and then he fell over, right? Because I'd passed through the upper colon, passed through the lower colon, passed into the stomach muscles, and passed straight into the guts, right? And when I did that, he lost his ability to walk. Because when you've had your stomach muscles severed with a knife, you lose your ability to walk. I noticed this after I got stabbed. I lost my ability to walk. I had to fall on the ground. So anyway, he fell down, and that's when me and Matt Charlie gave him a bloody good kicking. So he's going off to hospital that day, right? I said to the Scottish Screw, where have they taken him? And this Scottish Screw had a fascination with medicine. He said, oh, he's gone away to hospital to get his entire anal webbing re-stitched. And I said, his entire what? He says anal webbing. I said, what's that? And I become fascinated with those words. Get your fucking webbing re-stitched. And I was walking around, Pentridge around the yard saying, go and get your fucking webbing re-stitched. And everyone was laughing with me. And I was going to get the words, go and get your webbing re-stitched down across my throat. And Charlie said, don't go doing that, so I didn't bother doing it. But anyway, I become fascinated with those words. After a while, the laughter was starting to turn back in on me, and it wasn't going with me. They were laughing at me, not with me. And I realised what was going on. This was Pentridge 1971. There was no protection legislation anywhere in the prison system in Pentridge, right? This bloke had got stabbed up the arse. He was going to come back to the remand yard. He was